Hey, Snitzels! It's been a minute. It's really been a minute since I last seen y'all. Look, a lot has happened between me and Big E, Mama E. For starters, I graduated from cosmetology school. For her, she's now into truck driving. Y'all can actually follow her on her other social media by Go OTR. Go OTR. That's on Instagram and that's on TikTok. And y'all go follow me on TikTok on ET The Chosen. And that's all together. But yeah, we're back, we better, and we with another video. So let's go ahead and get these bad boys started. So, you already know how this goes. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, the whole nine. And we on r/am I the a-hole. Let's see. This one's titled, Am I the a-hole for telling my wife my mother is correct and she needed to be a parent today and she effed it up? Oh. And this is by Throwaway Funeral GHO. That's all together. Funeral. But this is like a throwaway account, pretty much. I am waiting in the airport, and I need to know if I effed up or not. This week, my daughter, she's in middle school, lost a classmate. My daughter has not taken it well, and overall, this is her first experience of someone she knows dying. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. My condolences. The whole class was excused from school today, and the funeral is happening right now. I unfortunately could not be there. I tried, but my PTO was denied, and we cannot lose this job. Well, I understand that. I flew out of Wednesday night, and I'm coming back now. Our daughter's a mess. She was friends with the girl that passed away. The plan was for my wife, she is unemployed at the moment, to take her to the funeral / mass and just be there. She wasn't there to take her to... I feel like this is going to irritate me. My wife is more spiritual than the average person and hates all things with the dead. She knows she's going to die eventually too, right? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She believes in ghosts and will avoid funerals like the plague. We discussed it on Wednesday and she said she would take our kid, then go to the gravesite. I got a call from my daughter sobbing that she wasn't going to the funeral. Excuse me? My wife was refusing to take her. When I got her to answer my call, she told me she can't do it and she's scared to go. Ma'am, this isn't about you. This is about baby girl in this moment. What are you doing? Y'all had an agreement, bruh. Y'all had an agreement before he left that you were going to take baby girl to the thing to see her friend. Because just like they tell people with animals, take the animal to the gravesite of their owner or of their like if they have another dog that grew up with them, take them to that gravesite so they can smell and recognize that this person is gone. Same with kids. She knows the girl is no longer here. The least you could do is offer her support during this time and when she wants to see her friend. And you know this man got PTO. Whew, Lord, this is aggravating. My wife was refusing to take her. Yeah. I called up my mom and asked her to pick up my daughter and take her to the funeral. My mom left work and took her. They are there now. So your mom had to leave from her job? My eyes twitching because I'm irritated. I got a call from my wife after with her crying because my mom told her a new one. As she should. As she should. I would have did it too. Because what? The gist was my mom called her a bad parent. Oh, well, I wouldn't go that far, but and that is so effed up that she couldn't take our kid to a funeral of a classmate. She wants me to make my mom apologize, and I told her my mom was right. Ooh. Well, I ain't gonna make my mom apologize. You're not finna tell me to tell my mother, that grown woman, that she gotta apologize over her calling you a bad parent. Because here's the thing. What you did was a bad parent move, if I'm gonna say. I'm not that the lady's a whole bad parent in general, but just because of how you feel about something, you did not help your daughter get the closure that she needed, and so her mom had to step up. Yeah, I wouldn't tell mama nothing either. Because you know you was dead wrong. Like, what? I shouldn't have to call my mom from work. You're unemployed, bro. You're unemployed. I should not have to call mom from work so she can come and get my child to take her to the funeral of her friend. That this was something that our daughter, she wants me to make my mom apologize. I told her my mom was right. That this was something that our daughter needed, and she effed up. That she wasn't acting like a parent because of her fear of the dead. All she needed to do was stay through mass. We got into a huge phone call argument, and she's calling me a huge a huge phallus. Let's go with that. My mom is apparently getting texts also. I told her not to let our daughter know that we are fighting and if she could look after her for the day, and she agreed. Overall, how I feel personally, you're not the a-hole, bruh. You're not. Now, I would say it was a bit too far with the bad parent thing, but I also get why y'all would say she's a bad parent, because you couldn't put past your own fear for closure of your daughter. That's weird. That's very weird. I do agree with that. To me, overall, this situation, your wife messed up, and she needs to learn how to fess up and say, oh yeah, I messed up, instead of trying to paint it as in she's over here not at fault when she is. She moved mad weird with that. Like, that was weird that she did. A tall cookie in the comments said, this is one of the top #1 commenters, and they have 360,000 up likes. They said, not the a-hole, your wife let her own feelings get in the way of her daughter's. As a parent, she needs to get used to doing things that might make her uncomfortable for the sake of her child's mental health and well-being. Your wife let your daughter down today, and your daughter isn't going to forget that her mother wasn't there for her. They both need therapy. Your daughter, because of losing a friend of her age, is absolutely traumatizing, and your wife, because her fear of death and ghosts led to her traumatizing your daughter even more. I agree with that. And you know, typically we over here do 5 minutes or less, but you know what? I'm gonna give y'all one extra one since it's just me up in here and no one can stop me. Let's go ahead and go with it. Oh, Jesus. No. They removed it. Let me see. Okay, let's listen to this. Oh, this is a long one. Oh, honey, we ain't gonna do that one. Let's do this one instead. God dang it, they keep on deleting them and removing them, honey. Alright, this is a good one. Am I the a-hole for putting onions and garlic in the food I fed my family after my sister-in-law said onions were too spicy? Depending on if you like the sister-in-law or not, you may be, but sound like something petty I do too. So I'm a 17-year-old girl, and I live with my family still. I contribute my fair share in cooking and cleaning, and I go to school. I'm currently trying to get a job. Anyway, recently my brother and his wife, my sister-in-law, has moved right next to us. So they're over all the time for dinner. This is a whole big old run-on sentence. Save me, Father. And maybe 3 months ago, my sister-in-law saw me cutting up onions and putting them into a pan for dinner. And she threw a fit saying onions were too spicy for me to cook, and she wasn't going to eat any if I made whatever it was that I was making with onions. So I had to throw away everything and restart, because if I didn't, then I would get yelled at. Let me not say it. I was about to say something so disrespectful. And that's the worst thing, so I'd rather throw it away. Well, the same dinner I made without onions and garlic, she said had no flavor. And even though that happened for maybe a week, I didn't add onions and garlic. Every time I didn't, she would complain saying it has no flavor. So since then, I've decided to prepare dinner maybe an hour before they come so they don't see me cutting onions and garlic. Also make sure to do it when none of my siblings are around so they don't see and turn on my sister-in-law. Well, last night, my other brother saw me cutting onions and he didn't too much care. He just walked away. But when it's dinner time and we were all eating, we got to the topic of everything's too spicy for my sister-in-law and how she doesn't like ketchup or onions, and she can't even have Takis or whatever. My brother, thinking it was so funny, was said, "Oh, you can't onions, like they're too spicy," and she agreed. Then he telling him it, and she agreed. Then was telling him it's just how she grew up. She hates them and blah blah blah. And so he went, "Well, you don't have a problem eating this dinner." Your brother petty. Your brother. Your brother petty. What are you talking about? This has no onions in it. She was told not to do that anymore because it makes me sick. And my brother went, but you have no problem with the dinner before I said anything. Before I said anything. So are they too spicy? And when he said that, she started acting like, oh, I need some water. Oh, this food is so too spicy. Someone give me milk. And I got yelled at. I was told I was an a-hole and I shouldn't have done that. But was I the a-hole? No. Here's also why I said that. She can cook her own damn food. Oh, excuse my French. But she can cook her own food. She's a grown woman. You're 17. And she can't cook her own food? But she can complain about onions? Onions. Now, I would understand you had red pepper, jalapeno pepper. If you had, like, that black pepper that they put in those chips, them black chips, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Them too hot chips, I will understand then, because that is too spicy. But that girl over there faking it, because for her to bust out with, oh, it's too hot, it's too spicy, this and all, this, other, this, that, and the third, she lying. That thing ain't spicy. She ain't gonna unalive herself. She lying. She lying real bad. Like, oh, she's lying so bad, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. She's just lying for no reason. But overall, schnitzels, that's all for right now. But you know, what I'm gonna start doing for y'all is all this week, every week coming up, from Tuesday to Friday, I'm gonna be uploading videos for y'all to watch, for y'all to tune in, for y'all to have fun with. You know what I'm saying? 5 videos a day. So y'all better look out for that. But we back, we better, baby. As always, bye, my schnitzels.